Jacob.
Hello, welcome in, welcome. As you can see, I'm joined today by the Hotspur Hippie on this episode 11 of the Untitled series. Normally a record, but again, just feeling lazy. You know what I mean? Didn't want to go alone. Didn't want to record and edit and upload. So here we are. We are live and direct. Big ups to everyone who's joined. I was getting some weird lag there at the beginning, so hopefully, Paul, I think you can see me. I think the chat can see me. You can hear me. Yeah, it was like I played the intro and then my screen went blank and it just froze and I was like, oh shit. So I'm glad to see that we are still happening. Paul, before I say what's up to the chat, how are you doing, my friend? Good morning. I think it is for you.
Yeah, well, the sun is just rising. It's a beautiful blue sky. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I was just streaming myself and thought, nah, I want to come on United Spurs of America because I heard on the grapevine it's the #1 US channel for Tottenham. I just heard that somewhere. I think it's true though, isn't it?
Technically, my friend, it is true, technically. But it's neither here nor there. It's about the journey along the way, right? Not the destination or some cliche shit. Woohoo. Not too much going on, but enough going on for me to have stuff to talk about. So thankful for that. Let's say what's up to the chat real quick before I run through the first topic of the day. The first topic of the day will be something, a little surprise for y'all if you didn't know what today is. We'll start with that and then we'll delve into a little bit of other stuff. The rest of the players arrived as well. Harry Kane is now linked with everyone in their mother FC, and it's going to be interesting to see. But nonetheless, let's say hello to Carl Simpson. Big up, guys, and everyone in the chat. Big up, Carl. First in the house. First place prize goes to you, good sir. Big up, Alan Sibley, 10-inch in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Long time no see. Hope life is doing well. I think you told me in a chat the other day that you were going on holiday. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Big ups to yourself. Big up, Medarius. He says, big up to everyone, even the Madridistas. Big up to them too. Echo in the house. Big up Echo says, love Kane. So whatever he wants to do, mate. Media is always the bad guy, in my opinion. Very well said. Very well said. I think sometimes emotional folk like me can get swept up into the hoopla, the kerfluffle, if you will, of media, because I'm an emotional guy, and when I love somebody and there's rumors, even if they're the tabloids, even if they're those ones that like, I saw the devil's face in the smoke type tabloids, you know, those ones that are at the, here in America, when you go to check out at a grocery store, they're like, Jennifer Aniston murdered her mother, ? And it's like, no, that's not true. That's just a
Found on the moon.
He's on the moon playing the blues, man. Yeah, he's up there somewhere. Maybe I shouldn't believe everything I see, but nonetheless, big up Echo. Big up Mark Cousins. The sheriff is in the house. Everyone better be on their best behavior now. Big up Jacob and HH. I was like, hoppity. Who's HH? Harry Kane? Harry Hane? But then I realized Hotspur Hippie. See, I'm a bright cookie. You know what I mean? I'm not the dullest tool in the shed. So big up Patty Hartnett as well. Good evening, gents, and all in the chat. Yes, Paul, US of America's #1 channel. So there you go. It's been incredibly backed up right there by Patty Hartnett. Jaw Dank in the house. Big up, Jaw Dank. He says big ups. And David is in the house as well. David, I hope you're doing well. Says hello, Jacob and Paul. The earlier we sell Kane and get ready for the new season, the better. Bring in the proper replacements that Ainge wants. Yeah. I think that last statement is crucial here. Just bring in who Ainge wants. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it, David. So don't go anywhere. Buckle in or like buckle up. Please strap yourself in. Please don't go anywhere. I'll find you. No, big up yourself right now. If you're in the house,
unusual set of skills.
I love Liam Neeson, by the way. Lee Smithy Smith. That's a new name in the chat. Big up, Lee Smithy Smith says, big up, lads. Big up yourself right now, mister. Very nice to see you here. I always like seeing new names. And if you are a new
Yeah.
name and I say, hello, Mr. New Name, let me know where you're from. I like to know where the viewers are tapping in from all over the world. The other day we had Gambia or
Wow.
Zambia. Gambia or Zambia, I can't remember. I'm not really good with the countries in Africa, but somewhere out there, which I think that's really cool, which is the whole
That's
reason
cool.
why I started doing this is so I can meet beautiful folk like Paul from Dananda, so I can meet the folks in the UK, meet people from all over the world. That's kind of a beautiful thing about this internet thing that we got going on. Big up Yosarian.
Ah,
Yosarian?
man.
Big up. Morning, evening, all. Who's this Harry Kane? I've heard some people mention a couple of times recently. Who is he? The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Harry Kane. That's a still that I grabbed from some. That's a little teaser for you, Paul, on something we'll break down in a minute. Because you know me, I'm a body language guy. I am a what's the message behind the message kind of guy. So there you go. And this is my feelings. This photo right there. That's my feelings about what we're gonna break down. I just don't think it's nice. Let's see here. Good evening, all, Mr. Adrian Schroka. Hope you're doing well, Adrian. I saw you on Time Added On earlier. Fun times y'all always have over there. It's always good to listen in. Big up Alan Clark as well, and Time Added On. Lee Smithy Smith is from London. Big ups. We
Is
got
that
a
so?
UK.
Time added on. I don't know that one. Is that like a football channel or something? I've
Yeah,
not seen that.
A guy named Alan Clark runs that channel.
Okay.
Really good guy. That he's been doing live streams like every day since the season ended, and he's killing the game right now. So shout out Alan Clark. Big up Christoph Cavalets as well. Says howdy. Needed to stop by and say hi. Doing my usual night shift, driving the truck in Highlands, Scotland. There we are, out there in Scotland. All I know, that was a really bad groundskeeper Willie impression. Here in America, The Simpsons, the first taste of Scottish culture I had was groundskeeper Willie, and I love him. That's about as much as I know of Scotland. So, big up, Christoph. Stay safe on them streets. Hopefully, we can keep you entertained but not distracted. Big up yourself. Big up, Tyler, my fellow USA brethren, checking in. Says, "What's up, Jacob and Paul? Hope you both are well. I'm doing well. Paul, how are you doing? You want to
Yeah,
tell
not
Tyler how you
bad, man.
doing?
Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chill, just lying down on the couch. This is money for all road. You know, I know you're paying me lots of money because I'm just being a shill for your channel, but I'm
Right.
taking it easy,
But the
just
thing
lying
is,
down.
you gave me the family discount. It's only 150K per appearance, so
That's right. Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty
Well,
good.
I thought I don't want to charge you more than Eric Dyer. You know,
Speaking of
movie.
Eric Dyer, I tried watching that doc. I couldn't do it. I didn't make it past his. I think he was age 8 when I stopped watching. I was like, yeah, you're old enough to piss me off now. All his teachers talking about he was so sensitive and he cried every day until we just put our arm around him and told him it's going to be okay and we made him feel safe. And I was like, well, if that doesn't explain his fucking Spurs career, I don't know what will.
It's
Just
a real
crying needs.
it's a real
Go ahead.
riches to riches story with Eric Dyer.
Yeah, he's like, we were born here and we just moved to Portugal because my family thought it'd be nice and like moved by the beach and a nice thing and put me in some little like friend English speaking academy out there so I can get acclimated. But even there, that's where he was crying. I couldn't make. I will try to watch it again tonight, but maybe it was just because it was the middle of the day and I'm busy. But I did not. Visually, production wise, quality. I am a production guy myself, so the cameraman, the editor, the editor, the cameraman, the DP, the person who put these shots together, like who made this vision. It's a very well done. The production level is very nice. I mean, they're cutaway shots. There's a lot to be desired there. I think I'm going to do actually a deep dive and break down the Eric Dyer documentary in another episode. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but I just want to tease you with that a little bit. The first like 10 minutes is just him crying, teachers talking about how he cried all the time and was very sensitive and didn't want to, make friends and they had to force him. And so, yeah, it was just,
Well,
I
it's good to
stopped
know
it.
that it's good to know that those ticket price increases, it was worth it to get that £2.5 million out of the fans to make Eric Dyer the movie. I think that's That's a fair spot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think about the catering. Then they had to go and like
Oh yeah,
sit in Eric Dyer's house, and I would charge double technically if you're making me sit in Eric Dyer's living room. But that's neither here nor there. Carl Simpson says, "I watched that clip. Jacob, nothing Spurs, all England." We're gonna break it down. You're spoiling it, Carl. You and the five. Yeah, you like dessert before dinner, my friend, and I do too sometimes, but not every day. Paul Brown, big up, evening, Jacob Paul. And before you even think about it, yes, I've subbed and liked
thanks, mate.
both. Look at that guy. What a guy. This is the standard, right? Want you to come in, hit a like. I also want you to come in. Did the poll publish is what I want to know because I tried it, but then I was like, maybe that's what's slowing down my computer and why I was lagging. And now I'm trying to load YouTube and it's like moving real slow. So let me see. Let me see if it worked. But big up, Paul Brown. Thank you for being here. Big up yourself as always. Christoph, no, I'm Polish. Moved here 2 years ago, just before Brexit. Don't know what Brexit
Oh,
is. I know it's
lovely.
like some kind of exit. Oh, the poll is live. We are live. The poll is live. Feelings about Kane's PR tour was the question. And I see 19 votes and 15 likes. That means, by my math, four of you want to have fun, four of you want to party, but you don't want to hit a like, which is cool. I'm all for freedom of choice, etc. Please do show some support over here. Go subscribe to the Hotspur Hippie while you're at it. His channel is in the title. All you got to do is click it. Very, very simple. Made it really easy to get on over there. Catman Jess, big up Jacob and Paul, America, Australia, and Canadian. What a guy.
We
Big
moved
up Catman
in.
Jess. Thanks for being. I think someone thought it like someone thinks that this profile is a woman because they're like, I hope you're doing good, ma'am. Like I think it was THFC till I die. Shout out Dermot and Philip Brady and all them. Um, but I think he thinks that Catman Jess is a woman, and so that's kind of fun because it says Catman Jess, not Catwoman Jess. So I think that's kind of fun. Echo, an all chill channel. I love it. Yeah, we keep the vibes immaculate around here. You know me, too blessed to stay stressed. I ain't gonna be too upset for too long about nothing. I might get emotional, but then once I think about it, I can move on. I think breathing for me, Paul, oxygen is something that
Yeah,
helps me. Like
just let
so
it all out. It's like a fart
yeah.
like a fart with no smell. You know. You know.
Exactly. It's exactly like that, Paul.
Yeah.
Big up Tyler. AJ Co's in the house. Long time no see, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself right now. And Youngman Dad I trust. C Dancer. Psy
Side
Dancer.
dancer.
Hello.
Side dancer.
Psy. Psy Dancer. Psy Dancer.
Sorry, side dancer.
C Dancer? Hello. Big up. Glad you're here. This person's a supporter of what we're doing over here because they also went and subbed to Jacob TV. So that's a big up to you. Sidansa. Sidansa. I'm going to stop trying to do impressions one day on the channel. But until then, Tyler says the documentary has only fueled more and more hate. What were they thinking? The timing. That's the thing, Paul. In comedy, it's all
It's
about
tone deaf,
timing,
mate. Yeah,
right? No, but in
yeah,
a comedy's all about like the timing of the punchline, how you
yeah.
deliver it. And really Spurs are doing such a good job of doing we're hiking up ticket prices. Like there's actually a tweet that I liked. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
It
Because
was
it
quite
was
funny. Like when
oh,
they
I found it.
announced.
I found it.
Okay, sorry.
No. Is this person said, and then after you've announced the price increase, release the Dyer documentary. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the product man, it's silly stuff. It's fun though.
There,
What were
there,
you gonna
there was
say,
a warm,
Paul?
there was a warm reception to the Spurs official Twitter announcement of it. Did you like you flick through all the comments and there's not many people that are happy about the Eric Dyer documentary. It was I don't know. But Spurs don't. I don't think anyone at Tottenham reads anything on Twitter about Tottenham because I don't know. They're just tone deaf, man. They're tone deaf.
Okay, so this is the tweet that they put out. And these are the replies. So we're just going to flick through it real quick, and then I'll show you what actually was the first. Because, Paul, I did say there was the first thing I was going to open with was fun, good stuff. And this isn't, I mean, it's kind of fun, but not like good. So it's a little contradictory to how I opened the show saying that we were going to start it. But let's just run. This was my reply. I was just like, no thanks. So that's how I felt about it. And I like that one. Levy and Enoch out. The most tone deaf, great work. Fucking hell. The response to this is going to be
This is
horrible.
going to be horrible.
Dreading reading the comments on this. He's got to be somewhat related to Levy or something, our worst player. Can't get something like this unless this is a farewell video. I did. So there was a little bit of discourse going on. Like maybe this is for, because you know how we released one for Lucas and then he left.
You know what? You know what? I hadn't pieced that together. It could be right because I did have a look to see who else has got the me treatment because that's what this award-winning series of documentaries is called. Some bright spark has decided to call it me colon whatever that. And you're right. It was
Very
only,
simple.
yeah, it was only Lucas Mora. So maybe it is a thanks for the good time. Not plural. Thanks for the good time, Eric. And I had a comment on mine. Someone said, "Is there a second part? The bit that went to shit."
You gotta love it. But my fear though is they did that. They released it for Lucas, and he played. He was with us the rest of that whole season. So this may
Right.
mean that he's gonna do his whole me movie tour, me Eric Dyer movie tour. You got to go, to the premiere, the big box office events, the red carpet, the whole snazzy dazzy deal.
It's,
So
it's like Elton John's farewell tour, isn't it? It's just going to be Eric Dyer going around England. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone.
yeah, and here in America in the NBA, they had Dwayne Wade was this player that I never liked him. I think he's a little bitch, but a lot of people liked him. And his last year, like his last 5 years in the league, he was just awful. He was too old, right? But his last year's like, this is my last year, and it was like everywhere he went was was a rose fest. Let's throw our roses at him because we love him so much. It was annoying as hell. I'm gonna move away from this little Twitter bit because I do want to share. Today is a special day.
You don't want to get banned from YouTube because some of the comments are a bit fruity, I think.
I do want to share this little bit, but real quick, I'm going to say what's up. I see some more people in the chat. Wayne Bonner, official YouTube members in the house. Big up, Wayne Bonner. How's it going, everyone? Has Kane pulled his head out of his house yet and made a decision? This will be the next topic of discussion after I share a little bit of, you know what I mean? When you work somewhere, your boss, like if you do a really bad job, you're going to be like, so first I'm going to be here with the nice, and then I will tell you where you can get better, right? So I'm going to present to you the good news, the happy thing, I guess. But big old Wayne Bonner, thanks for being here. Canadian must be rough, always losing to USA. Hey, Gold Cup tonight. If you didn't know, get to know. USA versus, I don't know who we're playing, but then Jamaica plays Mexico. Yeah, it's going down this week. Jason Bell, big up Jacob and Hippie. Where are our center backs? Good question. I have no idea. Dyer's here. We're making a documentary. We made a documentary already about one. Yes, Jacob, only Dermatron when he's on that orange juice. Big up Dermatron. Ian Kendall, big up Ian Kendall. The comments on the Dyer doco are pretty damning. The punters don't seem the punters don't seem want him around at all. The punters. The players? The players
Punters,
don't seem to
that's
want.
punters is like customers, I suppose. We're punters. We're Tottenham punters.
Okay.
It can
Well,
mean a couple of things.
no,
So it can mean like paying fans, or it could mean having a punt is having a bet.
okay. Well, Ian Kendall, this is a new name in the chat. Big up yourself. I love to hear where you're from. But just so you know, why I don't like this guy before the documentary came out, and it's the only piece of
Here you
video I
go.
need.
And you guys never win anything, right? No. Right? Yeah. And you guys never win anything, right? No. Right? Yeah.
He's such a servant to the club. He's been so good to us, Mr. Paul. He's been such a servant. He's changed positions for
Can't take it.
us.
Can't take it. I've got
And
to.
you guys never win anything, right? No. Right? Yeah.
That
Oh,
I wonder where that is. I didn't make it far in the documentary, but hopefully that clip is in there somewhere, so they can say, because he did do the whole. I think every player in their career has a moment where they're down on on themselves. Yeah, a moment. I didn't know 5 years was a moment,
and I
but
loved it. I loved it the bit where it was like he was in a match and the commentary voiceover said, "And Tottenham Hotspur has a new hero, Eric Dyer." Oh, you fuck off!
Little White Hart Lane has a new hero. I was like, what? Do we? Lee Smith says, "Are people actually watching the Dyer documentary, let alone pay for Spurs play?" Yeah, they are. I don't. I have access to Spurs play, but I don't pay for it.
Oh, you have access, eh?
No, because Daniel Levy's my grandpa, so he gave me a free
Oh, yeah,
account.
you're a
That's what it
shot.
is. Yeah, that's what it is. I tried to I tried to watch it again. I couldn't make it. I didn't make it very far. I'll try again tonight when I muster up the strength or have a few beers or something. J. Co. Are Dyer and Sanchez still on the team? Yes, there is a little bit of Sanchez news. I will get to it a little bit later on. Another team, not just Galatasaray, are now in for Davinson Sanchez, and they're trying to pay us more. Well, fuck it. I already just talked about it, so why don't I just share the damn tweet? See, here I go again. I said I was going to share something nice, and now we're talking about that. Well, I guess Davinson Sanchez
This
leaving
is
is
nice.
nice.
This is
Yeah.
nice news.
So reports from Russia tonight say that Spartak Moscow have made a 15 million euro. That is 12.8 million pounds sterling. I learned that yesterday. So they're offering us 6 million more than Galatasaray. So that's kind of
Can you
fun.
believe it? A bidding war for Davinson Sanchez. I mean, this is really cool.
This is, I guess that is good news now that I think about it.
Brilliant.
Adrian Stroka, this is a great comment. I'm going to star it and we'll talk about it in a little bit. Thank you, Adrian, for that. If y'all got any questions for us, let me know. And I'll either answer them. If it's a super chat, we'll answer them right off the bat. Or if you just have a question you want us to talk about, I'll start and we'll talk about it. No problem. Bobby K, big up Jacob Paul, everyone in the chat. Big up Bobby K and Three Spurs Boys. The GOAT. Phil Coys, Jacob Paul, Van de Veen and Tapsoba equals Romero improvement. Quiz. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Big up
Oh, now I
Phil.
get it. Now I get it. Because I was wondering what you were saying when you were doing that. I thought you were saying kuss.
Oh, like
And I'm
couscous,
thinking,
like the food.
yeah. And I'm thinking,
Yeah, I'm just a
okay,
big couscous guy.
I'll just say that. But now I know.
Coys,
Ah,
coys,
right.
coys, coys, coys. Yeah, it's coys,
Ah,
coys, 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 coys. Yeah, that's the
gotcha.
sign off
Gotcha.
there. Yeah. Carl Simpson, that Dyer documentary didn't show you the cut parts of Dyer around Levy's for dinner. Him, Donna Cullen, Hugo Lloris, Ben Davies. They're all hanging out. Winks stopped getting the invite though. Apparently, Patty Hartnett. I love Eric Dyer, and Eric Dyer loves me. That's all good and well, and that has nothing to do with his footballing ability. So, that's fine if you love him. It's fine if he loves you. I'm not gonna shit on love, but what I will shit on is Eric Dyer as the footballer. Don't like him. And apparently, as a little kid, he couldn't stop crying about shit. So, I'm still trying to figure out why Dyer thinks he's a defender, let alone a football player. I've taken dumps with more football talent than Dyer.
Wow, okay.
You should have
Sign
sent
him
that.
up.
You should have hey, bag it up and sign him, man. Come on, send it to Portugal. Apparently,
Throw it on the pitch. There we go.
call it Lagos. Jason Bell, I thought there were a few clubs interested. Yep, there are. Spartak Russia, apparently. That's cruel, sending Sanchez to a war-torn country. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. Adrian Shroka, I tried couscous. Tasted more like poos. Hey, it must have been some good couscous, man. What's up?
So,
Ian, Sanchez to Siberia. Oh, no. Okay. So I am going to share with y'all. Whoa. Here we go. On this day in 2012, Tottenham signed Jan Vertonghen, a.k.a. Super Jan, fucking 11 years ago. I want to know, Paul, What is your, and chat, please chat, let me know. What is your favorite Jan Vertonghen moment? Also, these are the best training tops that we've ever had, by the way. I know you hate the shiny.
No, I don't like that iridescent shit.
I
Should be
love
just
it.
white and blue, man. Oh man, I can't even think of one. I'm sorry. I know you got me on here to make this stream go better, but I can't think of anything. I've got nothing for you. But I liked him. We signed him for cheap, and he turned out to be fantastic. Him and Toby. Um, I don't know. Maybe I've just blanked out good memories because it's too painful to remember when we had last good defenders in. So I don't know, man. Trauma.
That's part of it. No, I mean, that's part of it. And I did put you on the spot. And it's like before the show, I was like, I'm going to ask you your favorite. I was just like, I'm going to pull up this and we'll talk about Jan for a second. For me, this photo, it was pretty iconic. There's a lot of really good moments. I can't really scroll down, so you can't see his face. But it's this one. You see this one. In the rain, nasty game. No one wanted to be there. The rain was fucking pouring. And Super Jan out of nowhere just wins the game. I believe it was against Wolves. If I'm not mistaken. I just remember this photo speaks volumes. And honestly, the celebration, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I like that. He embraced the nickname.
That's like Clark Kent in Superman 3, where he just beaten up evil Superman and he just goes like that, and there's a big S there. And we know everything's going to be right in the world again.
Yeah, the last minute header, that was so fantastic. Wayne Bonner says, when Jan wound Fernando Torres up when he was at Chelsea and got him sent off for violent conduct, that's a good one too. Good shout. Lee Smith says, Van de Ven has the here we go medical happening in the next few days. Someone on one of my chats the other days, they said that his medical was scheduled for Thursday and that we were going to announce it on Friday. But again, this is just someone on YouTube saying that, so I don't know how legitimate that is. Wayne Bonner, the 3-0 a few years back at home to Dortmund in the Champions League at home. It's a good, Champions League, ain't that a... J. Co's favorite moment, Jan's assist to Sonny. I just feel like I'm going to have to look that up because I must have forgot about that one. Jan's incredible assist for Sonny's wonder goal. Oh, this was like his last year, wasn't it? Oh, no, it's on Facebook. Don't load Facebook.
Yeah,
that's a good shot. I'm going to have to watch that clip later. I'm going to star that.
I can't see any here we go for Van de Ven. Can't see anything. So,
no here we go yet. So we're not going anywhere. We're not here. Here we going is not going right now. You know what? I'm just going to get straight into it. This is what I want to show y'all. Let me make sure the fucking thing is muted so I don't get... All right, so Mr. Harry Kane. I've been pretty upset. I've been pretty much like, where you at? What are you going to do? And he did this whole thing in the U.S., and I'm assuming this Hot Ones thing was part of that. He went on Good Morning America and was talking about kicking for the NFL. He's gone on Hot Ones where they interview you about yourself, your life, and all the stuff while you eat extremely hot wings. So if you don't know what Hot Ones is, that's basically the premise. And they get all types of people, athletes, musicians, actors, models, all types of people. They go on there, they interview them while they eat progressively hotter and hotter wings. So I'm going to share with y'all this. So it's Harry Kane, and he's talking about the... I'm going to skip this part because they're going to show an ad real quick. And they don't sponsor the show, so I ain't giving you no ad time. So here's the part I wanted to talk about. Here's the interviewer, this bald guy. A lot of bald people. He says, scoring 30-plus Premier League goals for the second time in your career. He was saying like how special it must be. And the very next thing, I hope this is edited, because the very next thing that Harry Kane says is, to break the England all-time goal-scoring record was a dream come true. And so for me, I was like, he just said you scored 30 in the Premier League. and that's pretty special for the second time in your career. And then instead of saying, "Yeah, that was great, and I broke the Spurs all-time scoring record too," you know, passing Jimmy Greaves was such a wonderful moment in my life, and my wife and my kids were there. My unborn child was there. You know, could have said something like that, and he's like, "Yeah, England goal, or yeah, the England was breaking that record was a dream come true," which I'm sure is true. So he's like eating the thing. Oh, he says he needs some milk. So let's go ahead. Well, let's cue that up for you.
Oh, somebody! Oh, he needs some milk.
Harry Kane needs some milk, apparently. And when I did the milk tier list show months and months ago, Harry Kane was in no need of milk that day. But apparently, he says it himself. He needs a little bit of milk now. So here's another part. This guy says, "Do you have a personal favorite goal of yours in your career?" Paul, let me just ask you before we reveal Harry Kane's answer. What's your favorite Harry Kane goal, club or country?
Well, I mean, it would be the one where he beat Jimmy Greaves' record against Man City,
The
because that
future
was
treble
just
winners. Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
mean, that was the highlight of last season for me. Really, it was just a joyous occasion. But you know, I'm a Tottenham fan, and I don't know if Harry Kane would quite concur with that. You know, what does he say his is?
Let's see. Well, let's see what
Curious.
Mr. Harry Kane says his favorite goal of his career is, and paint the picture for us. And so here he is. He's sweating a little bit. The hot wings getting to him, understandably so. And he says, "I think my favorite goal was my England debut goal. So the first goal I scored for England." I was like, okay, so that's twice now. In a moment in which you could have plugged the love for your boyhood club. Um, let's see. I don't know if he says anything else like, you know, no one can ever take that away from me. Not even Tottenham Hotspur. They can't take away that England goal as high. And then he goes on, and I think he like tries the wing. So this is the last little frame there. So I saved this photo, and I'm going to keep it forever. And it's just him like wincing because he's eating something spicy. And he says, "That's not nice." I'm just like, this guy, man. Let's just fucking sell him. I'm ready to fucking take I know
Whoa!
yeah, I'm ready,
Yeah,
bro. I'm ready.
I'm gonna come in on Harry's side here a little bit.
Okay.
But
Well,
let me
I
put
feel like, bro, how many times and how long? This is the second time, but how long are you going to do this again? I realize he actually showed up to fucking train today, so big ups to that, Mr. Harry Kane. But he didn't do that last time when he tried to cry himself to Man City. And now he's going on Good Morning America and on Hot Ones, and he's taking jump shots with a basketball for the Instagram, and he's doing all this sponsored stuff. But where the fuck is our captain? Where's the guy that is all-time leading goal scorer for Tottenham? And I just want him to say something. And it's not like I'm asking much. I'm just asking, can you please tell me if I should buy my son a Harry Kane shirt or not? Because you're a fucking legend. And I want my son to wear a legend's name on his back. But if you're not going to wear the damn shirt next year, I don't want your fucking name on there. So for me, just say something. Heung-min daddy, Heung-min son, Heung-min Hung, my nomination for captain next season. What did he do?
straight away.
Straight away. But it is a little weird though that he's not actually going to have he's not going to meet Ainge until he goes to Australia, which is I think he's actually in Singapore right now because he did some ad for a Singapore luggage, some kind of Singaporean luggage thing.
How much money do you need, man, in the world? You know, I find this funny about like just in another sport, Nico Rosberg, an F1 champion. So he would have like billions of dollars, and he's there spruiking some logistics company, and I'm thinking, God, man, can't you just like, I don't understand it. All these deals they do, man, when they're on like £100,000 a week plus. But oh well, you know. Look, I want to stick up for a little bit for Harry in that clip because,
Yeah.
you know, we'll see what happens when the full thing comes out. But
Yeah, Echo says looks edited, and it could be.
That's what I'm saying. So,
But the answer doesn't change regardless of the. I mean, they asked the question, and his answer was England. They asked another question. The answer is England.
I know, but playing for your country is the highest honour, so I can kind of give him that one. And I think also when you're editing these downs, it's probably more for an American audience. And I suspect a lot of Americans haven't. They'll go, a Tottenham Hotspur? What's a Tottenham Hotspur? I don't understand what that is. But if you say England, he's like one of the best players in England, they'll all go, I might.
He's
I
England's
might
captain
for
now.
this soccer ball player, you know. So, you know, I'll cut him some slack for that, man. I think, but if he doesn't mention Tottenham much in the unedited one, then you know, might stick a bit in my craw. That would.
I just feel like overall, it's not nice to leave us in limbo. What he's done, it's not nice. The way he's treating us fans, leading us through the forest, but it feels like we went on a picnic and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go set up over here, and he just fucking took off running, and you're like, wait, where are you going? Come back.
Well, let me give you another hypothesis, which I'm pulling out of my crack, is that, okay, I get it that he's keeping fans in limbo, but he's also keeping the owners of the club in limbo, and it will maybe put a bit more pressure on them to get some decent players in if they want Harry Kane to stay. You know, you don't put all your cards on the table with Daniel Levy and Enoch, and maybe Harry's doing a bit of that as well, which is good for us.
Yes, but I'm like, man, can you just say something, Harry? Don't do. I fucking like so mad. I've peeled the scab from 2 years ago off, and now it's breathing air, and I'm pouring fucking rubbing alcohol on it to try and cure my wound, and it's burning, and I'm pissed, and I'm just like, please, Mr. Kane, please, can you tell me, are you going to be the daddy of next year, or are you going to be the fucking guy I resent because you left us like this? And the style in which he's leaving, it bothers me. It doesn't feel right. And I'm not mad at him. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm mad at Harry Kane. I'm hurt. I'm hurting because our talisman, our arguably greatest goal scorer ever, a man that I've had the luxury of watching as a fan, is now like just giving us the fucking cold shoulder, man. It just doesn't feel good. I don't like it. It's not nice. That's why I have this right there. It's not nice, Harry Kane. If you're watching the show, it's not nice. I'm getting emotional, Paul, because it really upsets me. And it's just like, if you know, you're dating a chick, right? And she's like, she's a real famous model, right? But she's dating you for whatever fucking reason because you're lumpy, whatever. You know, like, let's look at it this way. Like, he's this model, this beautiful model that we're punching up above our weight. We got lucky that he came and, you know, came out of our academy. So like, we're punching above our weight, and then our model has now gone on TV and acts like I don't exist. And if anyone who knows anything about pop culture, this happened with Nicki Minaj and her like human husband, because she basically acted like he didn't exist, but they've been married for like 20 years, and he paid for all her plastic surgery by working in a legitimate job and like all this crazy shit. It feels like that. Like, we are just the lumpy boyfriend of this hot model chick, and she's acting, when she goes in front of cameras, we don't exist because, oh, England is England. It's not nice, Paul. It's not nice.
I know, but I think maybe.
Good night, Patty.
Good night, Paddy. I think maybe you'll feel better when you see him running out in a Spurs shirt again and hitting the back of the net.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what happened the first time. He was doing all that. I was pissed. You can go back and watch the shows from a year ago, me and Michael, and it was a lot of me very upset. Like, why are you doing this to us? Just tell us what you want, Harry. Like, just communicate a little bit. Maybe I'm being too emotional. Let's see what the chat says. Good question here. I will star that. Big up, Clap Clixa. Hope you're doing well. Sean EJ Daniel. Hi, guys, from Barbados. Got any late reports on Kane or center backs? Yeah, we got a couple things. There's a couple, maybe not center backs. Allegedly, the medicals are being scheduled for Mickey Van de Veen, allegedly, which would mean the deal's done. They just haven't really announced, like, there's no leakage of it yet. I don't know. I mean, no one knows. It's all just speculation at this point. But big up, Sean. Hope you're doing well out there in Barbados. Nice Caribbean island. Mountain Bushman. Great. Big up, Mountain Bushman. I see this name all the time in your chat. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, you know, when I was up in the Blue Mountains. This is my mate. So he's come over to watch you now.
What
Hi,
a guy.
Hi. Oh no, Sebastian's not with him anymore. So yeah, hi. Yeah, Stema.
Yeah, there we go. Big up, Mountain Bushman. Glad you're here. Again, if you're new or you've been here a long time, please do hit that like. We got 27 votes, 23 likes. So 4 people, Paul, they want to party, but they don't want to like contribute to the party fund. And that's okay. Some people like to freeload. And you know what? It's not my job. It's free. All you got to do is click that little thumbs up. Don't cost you $1. Don't cost you nothing. Echo says he showed up today. He did. Hugo Lloris did too, but he looked like a fucking prisoner. Perisic showed up today, and he looked like a prisoner.
There was a training video that Spurs put out, you know, when they all came back, and Lloris was part of it, and it shows them all kicking the ball around, being super agile, and then there's this few frames of Hugo just standing there with a ball under his arm, looking like, I don't want to be here. And then it goes back to the kicking the football, and then it shows Vicario doing some saves and stuff, and then you see Hugo just holding a ball, looking downcast and miserable again. Maybe his
Of
hip's
course,
not
he's
better.
always like. Oh, is that what he injured? But he can fully train. If you're actually injured, you just be on the bikes. This phantom injury that he had at the end of last season. I just found this picture that I want to share. You know me, I love my Christian Romero propaganda because he's got a lot of haters. So I feel like it is my duty to help stand up for this man, the myth, the legend. Christian Romero. By the way, he's goated. I don't care if that statement pisses you off. He's goated. That's Christian Romero for you. Yeah, he's great. And look at this. He can levitate. He could levitate. Tell me what other defenders we got that could do that. Come on now.
No, just
Come on.
that's brilliant.
This
Man.
man's levitating. Come on. Man. Let's see here. I'll take that down. That's just fun. Either way, though, Harry Kane's still not nice. And this is also Christian Romero on vacation for you. Just really good, feel good vibes. I love this guy. Yeah.
He looks like a fun guy.
He does. I love Christian Romero. Adrian Shroka, I think he says, Jacob, mate, you need some milk. I guess it's because of my Harry Kane take. I was getting emotional, so let me.
He needs some milk.
That's true. I do need a little bit of milk. If you know, you know. Echo says I need milk. Apparently, I need milk, y'all, because I'm really upset. Let's see. Sean says Harry's silence is instructive. He will likely leave for a free, as Levy won't sell due to being stubborn. Interesting. Tequila's in the house. Big up, Tequila. Shit or get off the pot is Tequila's vote. Very nice choice. Very nice choice. Always my vote. No idea about pop culture. I don't know much. This happened. The Nicki Minaj thing was like fucking 20 years ago. So sorry. Clout Clixa says, I want this Kane saga to end. If he wants out, let him go. Let's move on. We're talking about a rebuild now. Why are we debating over him? Let's move him on already. I wouldn't say it's a rebuild, Clout Clixa. And this is just like, I guess, pure semantics of words, but I feel like you need to be successful in order to rebuild something that is like you rebuild something that was working and successful. We haven't had that. So I would say we're building again, which again is just down to semantics. So it's not really like here or there. Tequila says off my ass and pain meds. So I'm all over the place, but happy to be here, Jacob and Paul. I'm happy you're here, man. Hope you're doing all right. Relax. Just chill out. I'll try not to get too much more animated. I know I was getting a little emotional, hot and heavy about the Harry Kane stuff, but I'll try and simmer down. We'll get back to keeping it nice and cool. Tequila saying good night. Wouldn't replace Harry. Would promote Richie and use Parrot. Parrot, I don't think so. I wouldn't. I do think Richarlison is there kind of as a contingency plan for this Harry Kane thing. And who knows, maybe Richarlison and Maddison can be the two players that we need to replace Harry Kane, because We've always said we need two players to replace Harry Kane. So maybe they are. I'm not saying they are. I don't think that they will be, because obviously you add Madison and Richarlison up and you get Kane's left foot maybe, but you don't get both his feet and you don't get his torso. So I don't think it equals, but it might.
I'm not right. Look, Kane's going to be with us this season. We'll have a lovely, maybe a last season with him, but and we'll finish off getting some European football, maybe win a trophy. I think I'm pretty chill about it. Pretty chill. And if he goes at the end of next year on a free, he goes on a free. But I think while he's playing for us in a shirt, it's not like he's going to not want to win something. You know, he's a very determined athlete. So, you know, one more year, I'll take it. Take it any day. We'll sort it out next summer.
Okay. Big up Andrew. Andrew's in the house. I want to get to this super chat that we just got in. Big up David. Thank you for the first super chat of the day. I appreciate you yesterday also with the first super chat of that day. So big up yourself, David. And for this, I'm also going to show you he's still in pristine condition. Okay. He's still untouched, unharmed. Youngmin's son, we got him. He's still unharmed. I haven't figured out what to do with the Antonio Conte thing yet, but he's in the pouch. He's in the pouch of a kangaroo. So we're making progress. The super chat from David, big up David. Bayern and now PSG. I'll support Harry, but don't want this to drag on all summer like 2 years ago. That's why, David, that's why I'm getting so upset. That's why I'm so emotional right now, because I'm like, this is old wounds, you know what I'm saying? You done me dirty already, you beautiful bastard. Now you're going to do it again. And it's like, you know, go ahead.
To me, it feels different 2 years ago, because 2 years ago we didn't have a manager either. And so we had the Kane saga dragging on over the summer. Then we had Nuno in and no one was interested in playing for him. I'm relaxed, man. I'm relaxed. We've got another year of Harry Kane, plus we've got the best manager in the world. We've got Ange Postecoglou. So I'm not feeling the angst. I know a lot of people are, but I'm all right with it. I'm all right.
I could see that perspective at least a little bit, Paul, because we are in a different position than we were 2 years ago. But even still, when we did get a manager, it wasn't like he came out and was like, I love Tottenham. He was just like, all right, fuck it, I'll show up for work finally because we actually have a manager. So I don't know. I feel like maybe him leaving would feel I'd feel less of an impact or less of a blow personally, just because, I don't know. For me, I just think that, like, dude, shit or get off the pot, bro. Like, just make a decision. Let's just make a decision so we can move in a direction. And this hanging out in limbo thing, I'm not a fan of. So I agree with you, David.
If he's on the pot and not shitting, but he scores 40 goals this year, I don't care. I'm not going to get caught up in, because there is going to be a lot.
And then he goes for a free.
And then he goes for a free. I'm fine with that. I think it's worth it.
You're fine with that?
Absolutely. I'm totally fine with that, because I think it's going to be worth it for his goals this year, which might win us something, get us back into Champions League. That alone is worth the pittance that Bayern is offering anyway. No, I mean, look, if someone comes in and says, 120 million pounds, then maybe they've got a point. But, 60, 70 million pounds, it's not worth it.
Well, I agree. I think the amount of goals that he could give us if he wants to play like a Harry Kane, then I think, yeah, the offers that Bayern have put on the table are insults, flat out. They're not good enough of an offer to get me to open the door for them on a first date type of offer. Like, I don't think that 70 million euros, 80 million euros, I don't think that's enough to do anything for me. You know what, Bayern? I just say either pay the money or wait for him next year, and you can try again in January or something.
That's the thing. No one is offering. I mean, I get it. People saying, sell him. Let's start again. But there is no one offering 100 million for him. There's not. So what are you going to do? Let him go cheap just because you want him? You're in a bit of limbo. I get it. Limbo is not a nice place to be. It's the worst.
Unless you're flexible.
Yeah, it's worse than having a certainty. Either he's here or either he's gone. But until that offer comes in for 100 million or more or whatever, then he's going to be at Tottenham. So there is no selling Harry Kane.
It's an interesting debate, at least. I'm just so tired of it, man. I just want there to be some resolution, you know?
Certainty.
Yeah.
I get it, man. I get it.
And I want the players that we hold to this high account and high regard, I want them to feel the same way about us as fans, that they love us and they're here for us and they want to be the one to hold us dearly and see us through the night. That's what I want. Is that too much to ask?
Well, you know, look,
I got told that I'm too attached to players today. I was in a chat and a guy on the panel said, hang on, that's why you're so attached to players, and this is why you're deluded, and because you love players. And I'm like, so? That doesn't make me a bad person, make my opinions not valid because I like players personally. I'm not attached. I would sell. I'm down to sell. It just has to be an offer that I see as something fair for what they contribute to the team. If you're telling me, you know, 60, 70 mil for Son or Kane, no thank you. I don't want that. But if you're talking, we're talking north of, exactly.
And look, Man City, I've forgotten their captain's name, but he ran down his contract and he was their captain and they won 3 cups. So it's not a bad thing. It can work, you know. And as far as, you know, being deluded, that's what every football fan's deluded to a certain extent. You know, if there was no emotion and you didn't get some sort of attachment to the club or the players, you wouldn't give a shit about it. Why would you be bothering watching people kicking the ball around? So we're all deluded. There is no fact versus feeling. It's all about feeling. If there was no feeling, it would be a futile pastime and we wouldn't be bothered watching it. So you get attached there, Jacob.
You validate.
You ride high on your emotional unicorn over the rainbow. Man, I'm with you.
I love it. I love it, Paul. Thank you for validating my experience. I just find it a little silly. It's like I'm not supposed to love our players, especially ones like Son and Kane who've been here forever, like who still love.
But when I was a kid, I had posters of Glenn Hoddle and Ozzy and Steve up on my wall. Of course, you're going to get attached to players when you see them wearing that shirt with the cock on the ball. You know, that's what it's about. It's not all matter of fact. Oh no, we've got to be rational about football. No, it's not, because when you see us score a goal, you feel like you've scored a goal yourself.
Oh hell yeah! Tell my downstairs neighbors that I didn't just score a goal whenever Harry Kane broke that record.
Why do you jump up and go yes? Because you feel you've done it yourself. That's delusion.
Big up El Tel Coquerel. Eltel, I know you're in a lot of chats, and I'm just going to say, ain't no one put as much salsa on your name as I do. So thank you for always showing love, showing up here. Eltel Coquerel.
Oh, you know, I just say Eltel Coquerel, man. See, you've got the little bit of... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Phil Coys, that's right. Right before I started the thing, I got a notification from Fabrizio that... who was it again? They Bournemouth bid for Alex Scott, 15 mil. And they're valuing him at 25. Still sounds like a good deal, but I'm not. We need a damn center back. I like Alex Scott. I think he could be fine here. A lot of people rate him, but let's get damn center backs 2 before we see anyone else come through that door. In my opinion, Hotspurs, another YouTube chat member in the house. Big up. Says big up Jacob, Paul, in chat. Big up Hotspurs. Glad that you're here. Trying to catch up on some of these comments. Y'all are killing it right now with the comments. Keep hitting up them likes. Right now, we only have one more vote than like. So therefore, there's only one person who's not trying to party, or who wants to party but not be a part of the progress. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. The rest of yous who do want to party and be part of the progress, big up yourselves. Echo says more upset. I'm more upset at Lloris, Dyer, Sanchez, and Rodon before I can get upset at Big H, and that's perfectly fair. I don't know why you'd be upset with Rodon. He didn't do nothing. Poor guy, he even changed his number to help out Perisic, and then he got loaned out anyway. I am upset with Lloris. I am upset with Dyer. I'm not really upset with Sanchez. I'm over it because it's not like we're holding him up to this plot. We know what he is. I'm upset with him, yes, I guess, in the sense of like we spent a record fee. Like on this day, we signed Yen for Dongan for how much, Paul?
You looked it
I
up
forgot.
before the show and said like it was 12 euros, 12 million euros. So that's like
Yeah,
9 million
nothing.
sterling pound sterling,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, I
So
don't know.
that, and then we bought Davinson for 48 or 45. So it's a stark
I'm
difference.
upset.
I am mad at him about that.
I'm upset a little bit with Sanchez because I think he's just enjoying his high salary at Tottenham, and that's not going to help us get rid of him.
That's very true.
Comfortable.
Hey, big up THFC Till I Die.
Hey,
Says big up guys. Big up Dermot. We were just talking. We talked about you earlier in the show. Big up. What's an Aussie barbecue usually consist of? Is Ange going Aussie style or Greek style with souvlaki? Paul, you're our resident Australian. What's
yeah,
an
I'd reckon.
Aussie barbecue usually consist of?
Well, an Aussie barbecue is just like sausages and shit, but an Ange, I think Ange would be going probably be going with souvlaki, maybe even a lamb on a spit, just rotating slowly over a fire for a couple of hours. You pour a bit of beer on it, squirt a bit of lemon on it, and it's a good time. Good time.
It sounds slightly sexual, and I'm okay with it. Big up Daniel
Sensual.
Field. Yeah, there you go. Big
Don't
up
know
Daniel
what
Field.
lamb.
I just imagine this thing slowly turning, you're squirting all these
Oh,
juices on it. It sounds
beautiful.
like food porn. You know, it's a real thing.
Right.
Sexy food. I'm a big food guy. Daniel Field, big up Jacob and Paul. Big up Daniel Field. Glad to see you here. Glad to see everyone here. Cursors in the house. Like secured. Big up Jacob. Sean EJ Daniel. Read that Mane is being pushed out. How about Mane for Kane and 70 mil? How about 90 mil in Mane? They put Mane's price tag at 20. They need him out the door because he can't stop punching Leroy Sané in the face. And I don't blame him. He's got a punchable face. But I do want to say that Mane would be a hell of an addition for 20 mil. But again, are we going to sign? He just keep signing midfielders and attackers and wingers and a striker and or just Eric Dyer. Fuck it. I guess we'll keep Roden. You know, don't loan Roden out because we can't numbers wise. Like we. I'm just struggling, man. We need to get these center backs. Van de Ven, I hope the rumors are true that his medical is tomorrow. I hope it's true. Agreed with Paul. Let him do what he wants. Everyone moves on in the end. Hotspur says Son would make a good false nine in Ange's system. Son would make a good a good striker as long as he's playing forward. I think the false nine. I would like to see a two striker setup if Kane goes. Let Richarlison and Son both play strikers, and then that gives us another slot. Let Solomon run it. Fuck it. I mean, we got him in, right? Who knows? I'm just ready for the first match, which is in 4 days. Wait,
Yeah,
no,
not
6
far.
days. 6 days. 6 days.
5 days.
5 days. Well, because you're in the future, because you're in Australia. But here in America, in the present time, because the world revolves around American time zones.
Yeah, it is 5 days, 12 and a half hours.
For me, it is 6 days.
No,
And
it's still 5 days, 12 and a half hours. For you, for everyone on the planet. You don't get extra hours.
Hang on. Let's get to the bottom of this. Hang on.
Kickoff is in Perth.
Let's see here.
Yeah, all right. Let's see if I'm right.
Tuesday, July 18th. But this is for my time. So this is my local time.
So
04.
Work it out. It's 5 days, 12 and a half hours. Come on, tell me I'm wrong. Come on, big fella.
It's 11 and a half hours. It's 5 days and 11 and a half hours.
No, it's 8:30 here now, and we're playing at 9
And kickoff
PM.
is at what? It's 4:30 here now, and we're playing at 4 in the morning.
Is that the right time zone you got on yours?
Yeah, that's my time. So kickoff is allegedly at 4 a.m. my time. So 4 a.m. in my time is 11 and a half hours. Well, technically 11 hours and 27 minutes from now.
Okay, well, maybe we've lost it. What's that? Well, we've got it at least. Okay, we've worked together here, Jacob. We've got it down from like a week difference through a day difference. We're down at just 1 hour. We can hang.
Well, I think 30 minutes. No, we're down to 30 minutes. There's a 30-minute difference. So we're fucking right there. We're right there in the ballpark, man.
Put it there. Put it there, pal.
Come on, get a shake on it. How about we get rid of Kane for 100 million pounds? Yes, I would sell 100 million. But that's the thing. We need an offer. There has to be an offer on the table in order for us to do that. Richie plays his real position at the 9, and we have a whole lot of money to build. Kane comes home in 3 years and finishes his career at a top club. I like all that. We just need a 100 million pound bid on the table. Big up Echo, but big up. Thank you, CF. Big up. Thanks for being here in the house. Echo says one of the best strikers in the world will always draw interest and even fake reports. Maybe Kane doesn't want to give credit to fake news. But what about the fake news? Why did Sun give credit to the fake news then? When if we're operating under the assumption that it's fake, I see what you're saying. I might need some milk in this situation. It may be me who needs the milk. I don't know. Big up Ruthless Big Al. Big up Jacob. Utsk. That's very nice. I'm not gonna. I know what the acronym is, and I'm not gonna say it though because this is a Spurs channel. No one has offered that. I would think we would sell for 100 million pounds. Yeah, because that'd be like 125 million euros, which that's the ballpark I'm looking at to sell Harry Kane if we are going to, in fact, sell Mr. Harry Kane. So, man, there was something else that I wanted to talk about, but the chat's killing it right now. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Jacob, we were rebuilding. We used to own the FA Cup. Yeah, so I mean, I guess if you look at it from that sense, we are rebuilding. Yeah, but I guess I'm looking at it from the sense of like since I've been a fan, we haven't won anything. So that's because I'm a little bit younger. But I don't feel young. Big up H Talks says big up everyone. Up the something.
Spurs, I think he said.
Up the Spurs, up the lads, maybe. Those are two very acceptable things here. Big up H Talks. Tequila 316 says, long as Dyer cleans the toilets well enough after Kane leaves the pot, then it's fine. All right, Tequila. Tequila's coming in strong.
Especially if it's after the pot, after he's done the hot wings as well.
Ooh. I wish I had it. I wish I had it. That's not nice.
Over to you, Eric.
Over to you, Eric. Can you imagine? No, I'm not gonna imagine that. Echo says limbo is better than hell. Very spot on. But again, you have to be flexible to limbo. I know that firsthand. You can do a Ryan Sessegnon very easily if you're not very limber for the limbo. Limbo's a good video game, Paul. You should try it. Just a girl who loves Spurs. Evening, Jacob and Paul. Hope you're both well. Hey, big up, Kate. Glad to see you here. First time to see you here. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Says evening all to everyone in the chat. Angel's system doesn't require a Kane level striker, just requires a player who will run and be able to score from the box, and Richie could do that. Very well. But there's a good point that I heard somewhere. Shout out at whoever the fuck. They said that. Oh, actually, there is something that I want to share. Hang on. It's Mr. Ainge Postacoglu when they asked him about the Harry Kane thing. I sent it to you, Paul. I don't know if I can play it, but
in particular.
Let's see. Let's take a look at it. Let me get this picture of Harry Kane down. But I think it's a good point because, like, oh, wrong picture. You can't miss what you never had, and Ainge has never had him, and so. Can you hear this if I play it?
Particularly at the moment, it seems like quite.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'll do this. So the reporter is basically like, yo, like everyone's talking about Kane. How does that make you feel?
I'll be all right.
He doesn't give a shit.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
I think we'll be fine. I don't think that's going to be my biggest challenge. I mean,
He said, I'll be fine. I don't think that's going to be my biggest challenge. Pretty sure we'll be all right.
He doesn't look stressed, does he?
I don't worry about that stuff. Anyone knows me knows. Not that I'm dismissive of it, because, again, I think it's important. Every time I speak on behalf of this football club. So I don't take it. Big Ainge. I fucking love this guy. I fucking love this guy. I love anytime he talks. I think he's my dad.
I think he might be my dad. And he just gives me those dad vibes. I'm like, bro, thank you for coming to Tottenham. Like, and he doesn't seem like he's like, you know, doing us a favor. It's just when they're talking about Harry Kane, he just laughs. I'll be all right. He's less worried about it than I am. What a fucking cool cat.
All of the Spurs fans, we're all you know, arguing about Kane and feeling high and feeling low, and he's just don't worry about it, man.
I'll be all right. The way he's just sitting there, he's like, so all this talk, Harry Kane, you know, and everyone's worried about him. But he's just like, yeah, I'll be all right. I just love that. I like, you know, it gives you a sense of security. You know, like whenever you're younger and you're learning things, and it's like you're worried about how this outcome's gonna like affect things, and it's like such a minuscule thing when you take a step back and you look at it, right? But your dad puts his arm over your shoulder and says, "Hey, don't worry, son. That's not a knife. This is a knife." And it's like, all right, man, that is a fucking knife, bro. That's a bad example, but you know, I think you understand the gist of what I'm saying. He gives me this assurance that no matter the outcome, if the man in fucking charge is not worried about it, why am I tripping? You know what I mean?
That's right.
Echo says Paul speaks sense. Of course he does. Go subscribe to the Hotspur Hippie. It is in the title. Please do click it. It is in the title. If you're over here on United Spurs of America, if you're on Jacob TV, just go on over, click on over United Spurs of America, and then it's in the title over there. I will put it in the title if you're watching this on playback on Jacob TV. I'll put it in the title for the future. Let's see. Roy Keane was captain, and Fergie still got rid of him just because he slagged them off watching a replay of their match. Huh? Didn't know that. Interesting. It's like I always say, it's the hope that kills us. Come on, you Spurs. Ain't that right, Kate? You're so spot on. Cloud Clixa says, I hope this Solomon kid makes Son wake up. I think he could. Iron sharpens iron. A little. Yeah, you can't cook dinner if you don't apply some heat. You know what I mean? So I'm all for it, but I also like the prospect. So I talked about this yesterday in excess. I did drag on a little bit yesterday, but I did talk about this Solomon thing because it was official yesterday that in 3 straight matches off of the bench, he had a goal in each match. So 3 times off the bench, he came in and scored in 3 consecutive Premier League matches for Fulham. To me, that's the Lucas Moura we needed. That's the impact off the bench. That's what we wanted from Bergwijn, right? That's what we wanted from these guys that we just didn't get, Brian Hill included.
Danjuma.
But hey, Danjuma actually did make an impact in the limited space that he got. He had more goals, I think, than Richarlison. So, I mean, Richarlison actually got a bunch of starts. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that I think whenever you're given your size, whatever it is, be it a sample size or a start, you have to make an impact. And this kid has proven in the Premier League that he can. So, we got him for free. Fucking peanuts. I'm all about it, man. Paul, you're an ace. Ain't that right? Spurs win 3 consecutive FA Cups, and I am great. Let's do it. I wanted to win it last year, but you know what? I'm not talking about last year no more. Tequila, God, am I defending Sanchez? I guess someone has to. Not the kid's fault. Spurs spent so much on him. That is true. It is not his fault, the price tag. But I will also say that should translate over to the hate that Tanguy Ndombele gets, because he didn't choose to be our record signing neither. And people calling him fat. The man is a professional athlete. I highly doubt his body mass index is anywhere close to mine or the people who call him fat. So let's have that right. No shrimp on the Barbie, Mr. Paul?
Prawns. They're called prawns over here. That was just
Prawns.
That was a cute little tourism advert for the United States of America. And if we
they got me. I literally thought that's how. Let's put a few shrimps on the Barbie. You know the old saying. No one put shrimps on the Barbie. They put prawns on the.
Prawns on the Barbie.
Why didn't they? Why?
Because you wouldn't have understood it. What's a prawn? What's a prawn? I don't. Hey, Jim Bob, what's a prawn? Well, I don't know, Mary Sue.
Hey Sam, what is a prawn? Siri, what is a prawn? Actually, hopefully she didn't hear that. A prawn is a shrimp. Big up John Fitzpatrick. Big up, says big up Jacob, my brother. Mane is 31, no thanks. I mean, 20 mil, it's not that much. It ain't that much. If you think about it, he's still a very talented player. Tequila Dyer's documentary moved me. Bowel moved me. Very nice. Van de Veen incoming, don't worry, I can feel it in my water. Yeah, Van Vertonghen boarding the Ainge train. Two. Woot, woo. Yeah, come on. This is one of those instances where I just want you to
talk to me nicely.
Oh, that was loud. Sorry about that. That was apologies for the production error, but talk to me nicely indeed. Big up Paul G says big up you legends. Jason Bell's in the house, says time zone's a bitch. Hey, ain't that right? Trying to figure out when I gotta wake up for things. How long you going for, Jacob? Capacity, like the maximum I could go for is another 45 minutes. I don't know that we will go 45 minutes, but that's how much time I have left in my real life until I have to get back to my real life. So big up Phil. Yosarian Yahtzee. Don't know what that means, but Yahtzee. I know I played the game Yahtzee, but I don't know what that was a reference to. Andrew Seymour, if we get 100 mil, who would you want in? So if we get 100 mil for Kane, I'm fine spending 60 of that on Vlahovic and then the other 40 going to the Tapsoba deal or the Van de Veen, whatever it is. If we're strapped on cash, let's get it done. It's just how I feel. Andy Booth. Don't know what that is. Big up Mile High Hotspur says, sup, my homies. Big up, big up. The only Spurs podcast 1 mile above sea level. Go check them out. Just a girl who loves Spurs. Yoo-hoo, Jacob and Paul. Oh, she wants us to wave. Give her a little wave, Paul. There you go. Hello. Mud FC's in the house. I think it's quite simple. It's all up to the club. If they want to accept an offer, then he goes. If not, then he stays. It is in our hands. I think that's why he didn't get the city rule or the city move 2 years ago. So I think you're right. It is this simple. We need an offer that we can accept. So I guess maybe that's why he's not saying it. Maybe that's what Mud's saying here is the reason why he hasn't said anything is because even if he does want to, it doesn't matter. And by publicly coming out and saying, I want to transfer, but no one offers the money that Levy will accept, he's not going to get that transfer. And then he just looks like a fucking asshole. So I get that part of it, I guess. You know, maybe that's what's going on here. Good night, Echo. Echo's out of here. Good night, Mr. Echo. Or Mrs. Echo. Yeah, sorry, late night for me tonight, as is Jim's birthday. Hey, shout out Jim, your husband. Yeah, happy birthday. Enjoy. More years, more bless. Love to see it. Happy birthday to Jim. Not a day over 21. Absolutely. Ainge is cool as ice, man. I love him. I love him too. I wish Ainge was my dad. I feel like he gives good hugs. What do you think, Paul?
He's not a hugger. He's not a hugger. He's
that's disappointing.
A calmly reassuring fist bump or handshake. Maybe a pat.
What if he goes for the fist bump and I grab that fist with my body and hug it? Would that count as a hug?
I don't know, man. That's not him hugging you. That's you hugging him.
I'm all for it. Whatever gets mine and his skin to contact each other, that's cool with me. Tequila says, never knew who my dad was, so I can say it was him, and I might be right. Okay, there you go, Tequila. Ainge is your father. Nah, he can be the father of us all. He can be the father that we all...
It's going a little bit Jerry Springer now, isn't it? Well, no, he's Maury Povich.
You are not the father. Ainge posts the club.
Yeah!
And then they do backflips and shit.
All 100 million% sure, no, that Ainge is my father. The higher the surety of percentage, the less likely it is to be true. You are not the father.
I would be like, they're lying to you, Ainge. You are the father. Ainge is that uncle that would sneak you a bottle of beer at the wedding when you're 16. Yes. Seems like a properly. Yeah. But he won't give. But he's also the uncle that apparently won't give you a hug because Paul's our insider here. He says he doesn't give hugs. That's unfortunate. I bet Ainge could make dad dancing look good. I bet he could. Competition for places is invaluable, strength and depth and all that. Absolutely. That's why I'm not upset with the. But it's not just depth, right? Because when we sign the likes of Brian Hill or Celso, we're like, yeah, we got some depth at these positions, etc. But what have they done on the Premier League level to show that they can come in and make an impact? I like this Solomon deal, especially because he got injured, so we didn't get to see a full scope of him, 38 matches for Fulham, but in the limited space that he did, he made the most of this. You know what I mean? An artist can only paint on the size of the canvas that they have, and if they're not some billionaire artist, they don't got the Sistine Chapel to paint a masterpiece. You got this little easel, little thing, and with that, he still can paint a beautiful picture in the Premier League, more specifically. So I like that. That we're getting some depth in positions that, again, not just depth. It's like proven Premier League depth. I like that. Son had a sports hernia most of last season. That had to be a big factor. You're probably right. It could definitely be true. Let's see. Didn't Danjuma kind of be our super sub last year? He did score in his one of his first early touches of the match. It was interesting. Oh, just a girl loves Spurs. Big up with the super chat. I missed it. Sorry about that. Super chat for a super plug from you, Jacob. Absolutely. Let me get that. Big up for the super chat. Let me pull up your channel and I will put the link in there. I don't know. Usually, shout out Ben Kaufman, the best mod in the YouTube hemisphere, stratosphere maybe. But he's usually here plugging away. But here we are. I got it pulled up. There it is. I'm putting it in the chat. Everyone go subscribe to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. It takes 2 seconds. I just did it. Sorry, I thought I was subscribed. I must be subscribed on my personal account and not the United Spurs of America account. But you just got a sub from me. Thank you for the super chat. I will save this and I'll plug your show again at the end of before we wrap up. So big up, Kate. Thank you for the dono to the channel. Quasi Bold is in the house. Says big up, Jay. Big up Quasi Bold. Got to have you on the channel sometime soon. I do have a rival show coming up that I'm working on. I've got one scheduled for a week from Saturday. Might have one this Saturday. I might not. I don't know. King Prawns. I don't know what is that, Paul? King Prawns. I don't know what that is.
Big prawns. Big prawns.
So the fat shrimp. Them fat shrimps. Okay. Thought a prawn was those things in the film District 9. That's a fun movie, actually. That's a fun movie. Yeah. El Coquerel. Now the drama of Harry's return is complete. Time to address our incomings. What incoming?
Where are
the center back ones, where are they, man? Where are they? Terry Wright, big up, gents. Big up, Terry Wright. Thanks for being here. Can I pop on if there's a spot? Yeah, man, you can come hang out. I'm not a big time, like, actually, this is nah, man, we're chilling. We're shooting the shit. And Phil, you are family. I just got to find where our text messages are so I can send it to you. There you are. Boom. You got the link, my friend. You can pop on. Remind me to ask you to do that impression on your next show, Kate. I don't know. Oh, maybe my Australian accent? I don't know. Jacob, didn't realize Hulk Hogan was your father. He was, brother. Don't worry, brother. I love me some Hulk Hogan, brother. That's the guy. I love Hulk Hogan. What a legend. Was one of my impressions, did it sound like Hulk Hogan, Paul?
I don't know, man. I only know Hulk Hogan from Rocky 3. So.
Okay. Here he is. Real quick, before I welcome in Mr. Phil, there it is, the link, youtube.com/justagirlwholoveSpurs. You can click that, go subscribe, show us some love. And welcome to the episode 11 of the Untitled series, Mr. Phil. How are we doing, buddy?
Oh, no, can't do it. How's it going, lads? You all right?
All good, man.
Going on, Phil.
You all right, mate?
There's an earthquake going on where you are. Oh no, you're steadying up. There we go.
Oh no. You're all good. You're all good. Got the shakes, man.
Just breathe. Just breathe. Yeah. Hey, well, how you doing, man? You've been listening to most of the show.
Yeah.
Does Harry Kane need milk, or do I need milk? Who needs the milk here, Phil?
A bit of both, really. I think.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
I'm quite chilled out by it, to be honest. I'm a bit more on Paul's side, really. You know, at the end of the day, either or, and either or, whatever happens, it'll be good for the club, I think, anyway. Because if we get the money for him, I believe that we'll spend it on players that Ange wants. So that fulfills me with confidence. And if Kane stays, then he's banging 30 goals plus a season for us. So, I can see good sides on both.
So I heard an argument today that someone was making about the Harry Kane thing, and they said, if you think about it, we got him on a free. He scored over 250 goals for us, and if he leaves on a free, is like that may not be the trade that some of us would make, but at the end of the day, it's not like we're losing money. Like, and I agree with the sentiments. Like, when did we all become bankers? When is this deal tied to my bank account? Right?
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah,
so it's like, why am I so concerned about the difference of 15 million duck pedals or whatever the fuck currency, right? It doesn't matter. So I see that argument, but I just see it as like, we didn't expect to have this asset to be valued super highly, right? But yet here we are, and it's the best damn striker in the world, in my opinion. I think on a non-biased level, I could say top 3 strikers in the world. From a non-biased level, that's a pretty good assumption that you could say he's the top 3 strikers in the world. And to me, if you want that kind of player, you got to pay that kind of money. But I don't know. What do you think? If he goes on a free, is it the end of the world? Are we all freaking out? Are we Chicken Little right now? Sky's falling?
No, I don't think so at all. At the end of the day, Kane's he's 30 now, isn't he? He's coming up 30 this year. If we manage to get 110 million for him, 120 mil, then I think that's a great deal for the club, to be honest. So it all depends on, if we spend it wisely, and I think Ange knows what sort of players he wants in the squad. And that, if it was sort of like a Conte or a Jose, then maybe it wouldn't work. But I think with the coach that we've got in now, I think he's right for this club. So
I agree with you. Sorry, I just I saw Ellie was asking if she can come on too. Ellie, you can always join the show. You are family. You are the queen. Technically, we are here to serve you because you're royalty. So you are
Queen
always
Ellie,
welcome. Yosariari. Hey Jacob, let's say Ainge chooses Dyer to stay. Do you trust Ainge more than you distrust Dyer? Great question. I do trust Ainge, but again, when Jose Mourinho is on his hostage video saying, "Oh, I think Eric Dyer is a very good player," and then you have fucking Antonio Conte doing the same thing. "Oh, I think Eric Dyer could be a good." I was gonna do an Italian accent, but I dropped the ball there. I just think no. I've had too many managers tell me he's a good player for me to believe it. I've had too many managers come in here and put their neck on the line with Eric Dyer out there defending him. And guess what? All their heads fucking rolled. So if Ainge comes in here and says he trusts Eric Dyer, puts his neck on the line, my expectation is his fucking head's going to roll too. That's kind of where I'm just abused. I don't know.
I've got a funny feeling about it. I think he's going to stay at the club.
Of course he's staying. He just got his motion picture feature film. He's got to do the whole red carpet shit. His world tour. He's got to go to Singapore and be like, "Hey, did you know that I cried like a lot when I first moved to Portugal? Did you know that my teachers all hung out with me in the lunchroom because I couldn't go outside and play with the other boys because I was too sensitive?" And I'm not saying it's bad. I was a sensitive little boy. My parents got divorced when I was 3. I was very emotional. I know what that's like. But like, I just think it's funny that the main common denominator from everyone who said they knew him as a kid was like, "Yeah, he cried a lot." It was like, I don't know that
If
you gotta
if
be
he
mentally
does,
strong, man.
if
This is
he,
a
yeah,
tough fucking
yeah.
game.
If he does stay at the club, then I mean the only way he could sort of have some better performances is in a 6 role, not in centre back. Because when he played like I think it was for Poch or it might have been after that, he was playing like defensive mid and he was playing right back as well. Um, so I think he could have better performances there if he does stay. Don't get me wrong, I don't want him to be at the club, but if he stays, then I don't want him to play centre back. It's going to have to be another role.
Yeah. Well, I just get the heebie-jeebies when I think about that man. So I don't like him. Everyone's showing some love to Kate. It looks like my shit again. Uh-oh. Y'all got me?
Yeah, he's still all right. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you got me? Everything's kind of lagging out for me. Hope y'all... All right, cool. People showing some love to Kate. Big ups. That's what it's all about here. Community and love and unity. What is the old saying? Divided we fall, united we can fall together. So there it is. Paul G. Van de Veen has been closed for about 2 weeks. Guess he's walking to London for the medical.
Friday, Jacob.
No one gave him the
Friday,
transportation.
man.
We didn't send the... Okay, I was trying to remember yesterday. I was like, someone said it's happening Friday, and it was you.
Me.
It was you. Oh man.
Yeah, Friday, man.
I knew it. I was like, who? I couldn't remember. I was like, someone was in the chat, and they said, "I guarantee you, it's happening." This, that. I was like,
No, I think it'll get done Friday. Just hold me to it,
so. Dude.
Hold me to
Dude,
it.
I hope, man. I hope. Let's see here. Paul is aware that they need to be wearing that shirt and in the building. I think I'm behind on the chat. I don't know. I don't remember that. Thunder Lips in the flesh, baby.
That's him. Rocky 3.
That's him.
Brilliant movie.
Oh, Thunder Lips, yeah.
Ellie, I sent you the link. You are always welcome to join. I'll go maximum I can go is another 30 minutes. So I was like, man, I'm not going to go 2 hours today, but it almost looks like we might get there.
Thunder Lips, was that Hulk Hogan, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was because he was the world wrestling champion in Rocky 3. And
That's it. Yeah.
A charity fight with Rocky Balboa, and it was a tie in the end, which was a bit dubious because like Hulk Hogan's 10 times the size of Sylvester Stallone, but got in some gut punches, and it was
Starts throwing people over the ropes and all sorts.
Yeah. He just hulks out. I like me some Rocky.
Come on.
Come on, Jacob. You can do it. Is he with us?
You here, Jacob?
Oh, hello, Ellie.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going, Ellie?
Hello, Phil. Hello, Paul. Hello, Joe.
I'm experiencing a bunch of lag, so I apologize. I'm like, everyone's
back
lagging, so it must be me.
I think you're back now.
I think you're back now, yeah?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah,
Ellie, can you hear me?
You were like a yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Everyone's lagging for me. Can y'all just hold it down? I'm gonna exit and come back in real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all hold it down for me.
We'll carry the show.
Oh, good.
Paul, over to you.
What do you think about the Kane situation at the minute, Ellie?
Right, I think he's going to go now because there was rumours that came out earlier today that the meeting didn't go as planned, and I think he wants out, which is a shame. It is a shame, but you know what? No player's bigger than the club, like a lot of people say. But I think he's not bigger than the club, but he's important to the club because we need these goals. So if we're going to lose him, we've got to make sure we get someone in quick and sharp so that he can get used to the way Ange plays as well.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
definitely got to replace him because we can't rely on Richie and Sonny to get that amount of goals. It's impossible. Maybe
I saw
yeah, but not one of them.
I saw a Romano tweet about us going for some Brazilian kid, Victor Roque, for 100 million euros. That's what we're, and sort of this, but yeah, but this sort of like coincides with sort of the Kane saga. If we're spending that amount of money on a player, but they must know what's going on with Kane before we're spending that amount of money. You know.
Yeah.
So
if you're right, Ellie, then just fuck Kane. Come on, you Spurs. We'll go
like
on.
you know what I mean. Like it's sad to lose him, but if he wants to go, because he wanted to go when Man City wanted him, and then he was like moping about for about 8 games.
Yeah,
he really was. He wasn't the Harry Kane we knew, and he only scored 17 goals that season when he was moping about, and you can see what he can do. He normally scores 25 to 30, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's his
hopefully we can get goals from elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, share it around a bit. You know.
The thing is, if he goes to Bayern Munich, he's still got time to come back and break that Shearer record. If he only goes there just to win a trophy and then he comes back, it's like a man when he goes to sow his seeds, Philip, and Jacob. You know what I mean? He's going to sow his seeds and then he's coming back.
I don't.
Down a bit of the tone.
That's hilarious. Everyone showing some love to Queen Ellie in the house. If I have any. Oh, that's okay. That's always allowed here. I think I'm lagging. Am I back?
Yeah,
Hear me?
Yeah.
Because you're in the USA, mate. That's why.
You know what it is? It might be because I'm using fucking wireless headphones. It might be why. That's what I get for trying to change one thing with my damn production, right?
Yeah.
But go ahead, Paul. I'm going to change my.
If Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich to get a useless trophy, I think with Ange in charge, I think we're going to be too good for him to come back to us.
Yeah, and wouldn't it be funny if we won a cup and he's gone and he don't win anything?
That's the thing. I think he's going to miss out. I really do. So you know,
it's his own fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck Harry Kane. I don't want him around. I'll tell you,
I sent a nice thing to David Harris today. I put especially for David Harris, and I put a nice compilation of Kane because it looks like we're going to lose him. So it's like my going away present for David.
I don't want him to leave. I think this is better now. I'm not seeing a lag. I'm not having an audio lag. So it's these damn Beats by Dre. Sponsor the show. Send me some new ones because obviously these are not working for me right now. Big up everyone. Sorry about the little technical issue to my panel. I do apologize. I guess I froze. I didn't real. It was that I hate technology sometimes, but then I love it most of the time. But big up everyone.
We looked after your house while you were out. We didn't put any fag burns in the carpet or a bottle of vodka in the big tank. You know, it's all cool.
Okay.
We didn't throw a party.
Hey, you could throw a party as long as I'm invited. That's all I care about. But the Steadiest Shark, big up Steadiest Shark. Never seen this name in the chat. Where you tuning in from? Big up says we don't need his goals if we have a better defense. Tequila says I'd take Dusan Vlahovic. I mean, I'd take him too. That's kind of the
very good striker.
He's a very good striker down here at Juve, but fantastic for Fiorentina.
I think PSG are linked with him at the minute, though.
But I mean, PSG is now linked to try and get Harry Kane too. So
yeah,
the thing is, this striker domino situation is all gotten messed up as soon as Kylian Mbappe was like, you know what? I'm not going to re-sign with PSG. And they were like, we're selling your ass. And then Real Madrid is like, okay, obviously they're going to wait for him. And then, so that kind of changes Harry Kane. Then Bayern came out of nowhere, and now they're the ones. And now PSG are in the race. I saw an article yesterday that said PSG's trying to offer us Fabian Ruiz, some midfielder, plus 50 mil for Harry Kane. And I'm like,
I've got some other news here.
Okay.
News.
Breaking news.
Come on.
Who's this guy? This guy's no one, so it's just someone on Twitter. Word coming out of Spurs is that the meeting today between Harry Kane and Ange Postecoglou was extremely positive. Spurs now have a revived sense of optimism that Kane will put pen to paper on a new 400k a week deal. So I love Harry Kane now. And if it's not true, fuck him.
Can you send me that link? I'll pull it up and I'll share it so I want to look at that.
It's probably bollocks. It's from someone who doesn't have many followers. I'm scratching at straws here, man. But
let's go with it anyway, Paul. Let's go with it anyway.
Yosarian. Buckle up, Spurs supporters. Celtic fans wanted a central defender. Star fell out, but Ainge stuck to his guns and it worked out great. I do not hope that is the foreshadowing of Eric Dyer staying and it working out great, because even if it works out great, it will never take away from this fact that this man's mentality is in the shitter. Do I need to play the clip again? I'll just play a clip about how I feel about Eric Dyer.
I don't hear you. I don't see you. You don't exist to me at this moment. That's what it is.
It's exactly what it is. That was... Clout says no players bigger. Exactly spot on. So should a manager not be Antonio and Mourinho? Thought they were bigger than Spurs. That I guess I was in reference to Ange Postecoglou. Ellie, did you see the part where the Ange was interviewed by some, I think it was Australian guy, and he said something about like everyone's talking about Harry Kane. It's kind of taking all the headlines. Are you worried at all about that situation? And he's just kind of like, we'll be fine. I don't care.
He's nonchalant, you see, because he doesn't let anything faze him, because he's an Aussie and he's got Greek heritage. And like us Greeks, we don't take no shit. You know what I mean? Like,
ain't that right? Tell my wife.
Yeah, we don't. Right. And also, I think he's a man who knows himself, you know, and he knows what he wants from his team. And he feels if he loses Harry Kane, the team will recover. We'll go on. We're not going to be dead.
Yeah. I mean, again, we've always said, you know, it's going to take two players to replace him. We've also always said that there will be a day in which Harry Kane no longer plays for Tottenham, whether it's this summer, next summer, or 3 years, 5 years from now. Who knows? The future is a story yet untold. So I'm not completely... I'm just want it to be over. I just want to know that he's going to, you know, I love the fact that if you're a Paris Saint-Germain fan, that there was verbal communication to the fans and the public about the situation going on. Whereas us, it's all left for speculation and people saying, oh, well, Harry Kane wants to go because what is he going to tell his grandkids whenever he's sitting there? What trophies is he going to show them? I think it's a very silly argument. We're talking about Harry Kane being an old man and what is he going to tell his grandkids? He's going to tell his grandkids, ain't no one scored more goals in the Premier League than me when I played. So I'm the motherfucking man. That's what he's going to say. Look at this golden boot. Look at this. Hey, take this golden boot with you. I don't even want that one. Oh, this one from the World Cup? Yeah, that one's hanging up there too. Oh, you want the one from the Euros? You can have that one. Oh, playmaker assist? I forgot about that one. That one's on the shelf in the fucking den. I didn't even think about that trophy. So I'm saying, like, and then whenever he also got a trophy for breaking the record with us, right? He's going to get another trophy when he breaks the all-time record. So this whole thing about what's Harry Kane going to tell his grandkids, and he wants people telling everyone how Harry Kane feels fucking annoys the shit out of me, because I'm like, do you have his phone number? Are you his brother? Are you Kate? Not Kate. Shout out Kate. Just girl loves her. I mean Kate Kane, his wife. Or are you the baby inside of her that has some like cerebral knowledge of fucking how Harry Kane feels because you're related to him on a bloodline level? What is happening here when Spurs fans are all saying, look, this is what Harry Kane wants. Okay, I'm telling you now, Harry Kane's ambitious. I'm telling you now, Harry Kane wants to play for Spurs. Either side of the fence that we're talking about, you don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. And all you're doing is acting like like you do. And I understand why people do that. It just annoys me because it's like, how many of y'all know Harry Kane?
You're right, man. No one knows. It could be.
Yeah.
It could. Harry Kane might think it's important to stay at one club and win something with Spurs, or he might have had enough and wants to go elsewhere. No one bloody knows, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked right in training today. He was talking with Perisic, having good fun on the treadmill, on the weights. You know, he looks fine.
Yeah, there's the photo of him laughing with James Madison and Fraser Forster, which I thought Fraser Forster had a backache and he out there laughing. That's going to hurt your ribs, and you need your ribs and your abdomen to support your back. So Fraser Forster, quit joining the comedy club and quit laughing so much, my friend. We need that back healthy. Big ups, everyone. I'm getting a little silly here. We're an hour 40 minutes into the stream. Shout out Paul Hotspur Hippie. His channel's in the title. Go check out THFC Women Till I Die. Ellie's, you got something going on with Kate over there too. So I'll make sure to give some time to plug everything. We're gonna wrap up here in about 15 minutes, probably a little bit less because my wife's got another appointment, so I got to be doing my duties as a father. So I can't keep playing with my friends online. But as much as I do love it, let's talk about something else here. Let's see if I can even like pull it up. So this was in reference to, let me share that. This was in reference to Pedro Porro playing the inverted fullback for us. Damn it, I keep zooming in on the wrong window. Let me zoom this in so it's easier to see. So this Twitter account, EBL, is like an analyst scout type performance thing that judges these metrics and like looks at players in depth of like the system and like, let me take this comment down so we can see Ellie. So someone asked them the question, can Porro play inverted? If not, who's going to play our right back? And this is a question that we've been, Phil, Paul, I know you, Ellie, I'm sure we've all heard people talking about this. Yeah, well, we've got Pedro Porro who can't defend, and we have Emerson Royale who can't go forward. And on the left is a major question mark. And these fullbacks are a question mark. But if there's a little bit of solace that anyone can bring, it says Pedro Porro operates in a low center of gravity. Shout out Landon Donovan. Has an excellent close control dribbling, can turn fluidly in any direction, and is technical with regards to passing the ball striking, etc. So these people, EBL, I mean, take it for whatever you want, but they say he can play as an inverted fullback for Ainge, for sure, no doubt. Paul, let me start with you. Does this give you any confidence? Did you already feel like whoever Ainge puts in that fullback role will be able to perform regardless? Where are you at with it?
Oh yeah, you know, I'm not concerned. I think Roy. I mean, I was thinking in my head you'd have Royale at right back and Porro in front of him, but you know, Ainge will sort it out. You know, I don't know about low centre of gravities and all metrics and stuff like that. I just go by what I see with my own eyes, and I'm more worried about the left-hand side than the right-hand side. But I left full back because I haven't seen the Dogie enough. I don't know if he's any good at the back or not. I don't know. But I think we're all right on the right, really.
Yeah. So you're not concerned?
Nah, not really.
Is it the Ainge Postecoglou answer? We'll be I'll be all right. Phil, how do you feel about it? Are you worried?
I wouldn't say I'm worried. Porro last season, from his performances, he was a bit suspect defensively, but I'm not going to judge him too much just on half a season with us. So I think he's capable of playing right back, inverted or not inverted, whichever, wing back. So I think he's strong enough to play in that position, and he can go right wing as well to give a bit of cover for Kulu. So I think a Doji left back is going to be really good player for us this season. I saw him in the Italian league. So
He's a good defender as well, isn't he, Phil?
Yeah, left back. Yeah. So he's very good going forward, like Porro as well. So you'll see some attacking wing backs for us next season. So, but yeah, I've got no qualms really, no qualms at all.
Okay, Ellie. Talk to me about your thoughts here about the right back position. Do you think we'll be fine with Pedro Porro playing that inverted fullback role for Ange Postecoglou? And then also talk to me about the left side. This question right here from Mud FC: will Udogie and Reguilon cut it? Are they cut from the cloth in which we need?
On the right, I think Porro is not suited, honestly. Not an out-and-out winger or an inverted winger, because he's very lightweight in terms of his build, and he'll get knocked off the ball so often. He's not strong enough as a defender. I saw it last season. He struggles, but going forward, perfect. Beautiful player, knows how to pass the ball, got a fantastic shot, good at dribbling, not scared to take on a man, he takes risks, and most of his risks pay off as well. It's nice to see a player go at a player and try and beat him, like Kulu does as well, but I think it's too suspect defensively, boys.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. Even if Ange works with him, I think you need a bit of physicality as a right back. I know he did play that role in Portugal, but the Premiership, you come up across a lot tougher cookies.
Yeah, it's different gravy, right? Eric Dyer thrived in Portugal, so.
That's why it's good to have that mix, though, isn't it, with Emerson Royale as well?
He looks like a king in Portugal, But on the left, Udogie, I've seen him. I think he can play the role. Yeah, because he's a tall lad. He's strong. He's got physicality. He's got running power. He's got skill. He's got it all, the boy.
And he looks damn good, too. Let me just throw that out there. Hey, which respect to Udogie. If you follow him on Instagram, he made a post the other day. Paul, you know the picture I'm talking about. Motherfucking respect on Udogie's name. You know the photo, Paul. If you know, you got to follow him on Instagram and just look through his most recent post, and your eyes will be surprised, and you'll be like, oh, that's what Jacob was talking about, and then you will say this as well.
Good luck to him.
And another thing about him, right? I think Ange Postecoglou can make him even better. Because he's got that physicality and he knows how to pass the ball already. So he's already fitting a lot of the criteria that Ange likes. He's fast and he can pass.
Are we concerned at all about the fact, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here because personally I'm not. I love Udogie. I watched Udinese in depth a lot last season because of him. Again, I've said this a few times. I made concerted efforts to watch other big leagues that I have access to. And the Serie A is one of them. Bundesliga was another. So Udinese was a Serie A team I paid attention to. Leverkusen was the Bundesliga team that I followed. And when I watched Udinese, first of all, the first few games, he just couldn't stop scoring. And I was like, holy shit, we've got something amazing here. And in the games in which they were heavily utilizing him going forward, I was a little concerned with him tracking back, but then they kind of stabilized that whenever they were trying to hold on to their league position, because they were in top 4 race for a little bit for the first half of that season. And the wheels kind of came off, obviously, when the other Serie A teams started picking themselves up a little bit. But there's a hell of a player there. And I have a hard time believing that a young guy, if he has the desire and the want to perform well, that I'm just hearing quotes from Ange Postecoglou. If I'm in the room and he puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Hello, son, you're my little bloke, aren't you, you little..." Yeah, and I'll say, yeah, and I'll fucking run through a brick wall for him, I just...
On the inverted fullbacks, and I might have the sides the wrong way around. When he was manager of Celtic, I think it was his right fullback did come into the middle of the pitch much more than the left fullback. So it's not like Ange is going to say to Emerson, do something you can't do. He'll work around it, man. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
Ange is not inflexible. You know, and it still worked really well. So if Emerson plays more as the traditional fullback, it's still fine for us because we're still going to win the treble. You know.
Yeah, but I think you might be right there, Paul. I mean, if he plays Emerson right back and just doesn't get him to go forward as much and just maybe support in the midfield and whatnot, and then Adoji can bomb down the left. Do you know what I mean? So he can always mix it up a bit. Doesn't have to do the same thing.
Absolutely. Wow, this has been a great show. We're almost here on 2 hours. I do have to wrap up here shortly, so I want to give the panel a chance to say where they can be found. But real quick, Kate, Jacob's accents are worse than mine. Was that Welsh? I don't know. I just do.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't for an American. It wasn't that bad, Jacob. So I'll give you like a 6.5 out of 10, man.
All right. He put his arm on me and said, "Look at you, you little bloke." And that lovely. I do suck with accents. I know it's awful. Good night, El Tel Coquerel. Thank you for being here, sir, and thank you for always supporting. Ellie, I'll start with you, ladies and queens first. I put the link for THFC Till I Die, but is there somewhere else where we can find you first? Where are you at?
Yeah. So THFC Till I Die is the brother channel, and the sister channel is mine. THFC Women Till I Die. I cover all the World Cup. I've done 5 teams so far, right, including USA. Right? Next one will be Brazil, and then after that, Australia.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
And also, I cover the Spurs ladies because it's pre-season. We just got a new manager, Robert Villaharm from Sweden. And we've got a new
player as well.
Yeah.
Luana Buna. Yeah, she's very pretty as well, lads.
Ooh.
So, a bit of eye candy.
Very nice.
I'm covering all the women's games. So I'm enjoying myself as well. I had Kate on for a couple of shows, but she has to concentrate on her own show. So she said she'll come and guest on my show whenever she can, because at the end of the day, you've got to look after number one in this field, don't you? You've got to put yourself first. But she's been really good to me, and she's been doing my thumbnails. She's been doing my... I'm not technical. I'm a dinosaur. I can't do that sort of thing. I can learn, but I don't really want to.
Well, there it is. Go check her out there. THFC Till I Die and THFC Women Till I Die.
Yeah, Dermot and Philip, me and Mia.
And y'all are killing it out there. Y'all doing some great work.
Joined our crew as well.
Shout them out. The next link that I'm putting in the chat, you don't have to click the link. You can just click Hotspur Hippie in the title, and you can check him out there. He's also a one for the people who does not want to do thumbnails, but he cracked the YouTube algorithm, I think. How are we feeling about trees? Did trees still make YouTube horny or what?
Trees lost their power a little bit, but generally I know if I do a video when I'm out walking and I'm standing in front of trees, I'll get loads more than if I'm just sitting on my couch. So it seems to work. Hotspur Hippie, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet, and I try and sort of stream twice a day and do a video. There's no football like knowledge here. It's just me waffling, but it's just Tottenham really. So you're not going to find out anything about any other club. It's just Spurs as we march on the Ange Postecoglou choo-choo destination glory.
Come on.
We're doing the treble.
There is the channel link. Go subscribe to the Hotspur Hippie. He's on the road to 1K. Let's help him get there. I mean, that'd be what? Damn near record timing. You started the channel like a month ago. We can get you to 1K before July is over. That's a hell of that's a summertime come up right there.
And don't forget, Jacob, as soon as I get more subscribers than you, I'm burning you.
That's true. Yep. I forgot. I'm
just using you. That's how YouTube works.
Got to milk me dry, right?
That's it.
Yep, that's very nice. That's how it works here on YouTube. Yep. You just sap and you leech on people until you surpass them and you no longer need their services. Then you discard of them like a like a used.
The moldy tangerines.
There's the channel. Go hit that subscribe. I really do appreciate everyone who's tapped in today and locked it in. Hit that like for us as well. I do appreciate y'all. I want to say special shout out to David as well with the first super chat of the day. Big up, David. That's 2 streams in a row that you've hit me with the first dono of the day. So big up yourself, David. And then also big up to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs as well. So let me pull up her channel link one more time, just because, you know, she is becoming so ingratiated into the community. So you got to share the love, right? Go subscribe over there as well to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. Kate's doing her thing. She's just starting out. Show her some love. She also hit us with a super chat of the day. And then I also want to say special shout out and thank you to Yosarian, because Yosarian said, your accent was spot on. Thought that was an Ainge clip that I was playing in the back. And put your arm around that, get a little shrimp on the barbie, you know.
Yosarian is a proper Australian, so he would know. He's a First Nations people. He's got way more cred than me judging your accent, mate.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
No,
okay, that's the line. That's it. We've done it. I killed the show. Big ups to everyone. Please do hit that like on your way out if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed to Jacob TV and you want a little something different in your rotation, go ahead and hit that subscribe over there to the secondary channel. We are simultaneously streaming on both. Probably have a little gaming stream later tonight over there on Jacob TV, so go subscribe if you're interested. If not, it's all good. But that's going to do it here for today, episode number 11. Tomorrow, I will be bringing episode 12 at some point, so hit that bell notification to get notified of the next time that I go live. So please do keep it locked. We got a lot of content coming up here, but again, go subscribe to Hotspur, Hippie, THFC Women Till I Die, and Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. So please do go show some love over there as well. But as you know, on this channel, I'm going to tell you to stay fresh, stay blessed, and up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. Cuss. Oh, I didn't push the button. Cuss. Keep going. Cuss.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.